The last time the Busch Series cars came to Bristol, Matt Kenseth's Chevrolet tooled by the competition for his 4th win of the season. But it wouldn't be enough to catch eventual 2-time champion Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the title. This year, Kenseth's season-opening win at Daytona and subsequent successes have kept him atop the points. But today, the true test emerges as the best of Busch prepare to battle the brutal high banks of Bristol. This 3-story high, half-mile concrete cage can crush your spirits and your car. And just when you think you can't take it anymore, it serves up a surprise first-time winner, like last spring when Jason Keller tasted victory at this Tennessee Teacup. After 5 of 32 Busch Series events in the NASCAR 2000 season, Matt Kenseth holds a comfortable 98-point advantage over Mark Martin, but the remainder of the top 10 positions belong to Busch Series regulars. There has definitely been a Winston Cup flair to the Busch Series season thus far, but historically, Ray Dunlap, Bristol has been a place where that should change.
Well, Jerry, I think this is one of the tracks where the Winston Cup guys might not have a big advantage. All of these drivers cut their teeth on this kind of racing. In fact, the last 9 races here have had 9 different winners, and 6 of those have been Busch Series regulars. One of those is Todd Bodine, who has 2 victories here, and he brought Hillbilly, the very same car that posted top 5 finishes in both races here a year ago. David Green won in his championship season back in 1994 on this half-mile racetrack, and both Green and Bodine started in the top 10 and were very good in happy hour. Another team to watch today is the Timberwolf crew. Kevin Grubb is 10th in the points in the Busch Series, and they didn't make the race at Daytona. He's got a fast car called Quikrete, and Kevin always runs well here and at Dover. The 37 could be a surprise contender today, but for any of these 3 to win, they must beat 2 very fast regulars that start on the front row. That's where Bill Weber is standing by.
Ray, as you know, you have to be quick here at Bristol, and Friday, Jeff Green was winning the pole at 124.5 miles per hour. Now, Green is a Busch Series veteran with the championship squarely in his sights, but in his last 4 races at this track, his best finish is 12th. That's where he finished in the August race last year when he started from the pole. In this race last spring, Jeff went to victory lane to congratulate teammate Jason Keller, who won from the pole after leading 183 laps. Keller is currently 15th in points with just 1 top 10 finish. This track has a history of creating headaches for many drivers. Jason is one guy looking for a little relief today. Now upstairs to the booth and the men that will call today's race, Jerry Punch and Benny Parsons.
Thank you very much, Bill, and hello, everyone. Glad you could join us today here at Bristol, Tennessee. And Benny, at a lot of racetracks, we talk about handling, fuel mileage, and pit strategy, but here at Bristol, it all boils down to one word: survival.
Survival. This is one tough racetrack. It's half-mile in length. The turns are banked 36 degrees, which means these cars will race around over 120-mile-per-hour average. It also means that the cars, it'll be difficult for the cars to be side by side. We'll see a lot of nose-to-tail racing. And what happens when the guy behind is faster than the guy in front? There's contact, the front car spins, and about 6 or 8 cars are involved. You just hope you're on the other side of the racetrack when it happens.
The philosophy here is very simple. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're done. If you're in the right place at the right time, you've won. It's that simple here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's go down for the command.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the most famous words in motorsports, the Grand Marshal of today's Cheez-It 250, the CEO of Keebler Company, Mr. Sam Reed.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
With that command, 43 of the best Busch Series drivers prepare to battle here on the high banks at Bristol Motor Speedway. 250 laps for a posted purse of over $625,000. It is NASCAR action. This facility, we call it a half-mile high bank concrete cage, and there are the numbers.
0.533 miles in length, front stretch 650 feet, same as back stretch, and you see the banking in the corners. 36 degrees. Even the straightaways are banked 16 degrees.
Our starting grid, a pair of teammates on the front row, Green and Keller, looking for their first win here in the year 2000. It is the week that historically, Benny, the Busch Series drivers begin to poke through. How about the young guys in row 2? Kevin Harvick, a rookie, driving for Richard Childress. Never been here before. Of course, as you watch Kenny Irvin and Todd Bodine, 3 consecutive top 5 finishes.
And all these guys in the first 6 or 8 rows are very, very pleased. They were able to qualify that well. Past that, all are concerned about early on in the race, the traffic, trying to race side by side, trying to work your way to the front.
43 cars will start today. 53 were here to attempt to qualify, which means if you do the math, there were 10 drivers who had to go home disappointed. It is tough to miss the field anywhere, but when you miss it here, it is heartbroken. It is a heartbreaker.
The signal has been given to the field. 1 lap to go before the green flag waves, and the racing action will start. Local contender Kelly Denton and Tony Raines having a great year 2000.
Mike Stefanik, last year's Rookie of the Year in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Former truck driver Jay Sauter had that great 4th-place finish in Daytona to begin the year. Our provisional starters, including former Winston Cup competitor Bud Strickland and Jason Leffler, a rookie provisional starting spot, the MB&A Pontiac. Glad to have you with us as we are set for the green flag at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Of action. Adam Petty, Mike Dillon involved. The 74 car, P.J. Jones, was involved.
The 00 of Buckshot, the Cheez-It Pontiac was also involved. We did not even get a lap complete. And the first caution flag today is waved by Matt Abernathy. There's the heavily damaged Rockwell Automation Chevrolet for Mike Dillon. See if we can see what happened.
Well, they go down in the corner. And again, it's just so difficult. On the inside, we see Buckshot gets a tap from behind. Around he goes. The other cars start the evasive action. Look at P.J. Jones, the white 74, run up on the left side of Mike Dillon. Wow. Here we see Terry Labonte. Oh, man. Wow, that was Mike Dillon. The Rockwell Automotive camera that took that big hit. And look at the damage to Jason Leffler's front. Man.
Well, welcome to Bristol. You heard the music and the song called the Bristol Stomp. That's what it's all about here on the high banks of Bristol. Action every single lap. First lap caution. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway. Action heating up in a hurry. We run to the first caution flag today, occurring on the very first lap of the race. Benny?
Going down in turn 1, there we see Elton Sawyer, the 98 car, goes in and just bumps the back of Buckshot Jones, the Cheez-It car, and all the cars behind start taking evasive action, and you can see just a huge mess down in turn 1. And here's Elton Sawyer right along with him, Lysol onboard camera. Watch as Terry Labonte drives in the back of Elton Sawyer.
Now this caution might have been a break for the outside front row starter Jason Keller. Take a look, Benny.
Coming off turn 4, you know, I start to say this is something you very seldom see is the outside pole sitter lead the first lap. They come off the corner, and you can see he gets in front of Jeff Green, the yellow car, on the start. NASCAR says we hope you never see that again because they black flagged Jason Keller for jump in the start and has placed him all the way at the end of the field back in 37th position.
He had a stop and go penalty on pit road. Let's check in his pits with Bill Weber.
Jerry, Jeff Green radioed his crew chief Harold Holly and told him that the green flag came out before he expected it. It wasn't that his teammate Keller jumped the start. It's that he wasn't prepared to go when the green flag came out. He believes the green flag came out too early. He told his crew. They tried to explain that to NASCAR. NASCAR did not want to buy that line of thinking, and they brought in the 57 for the stop and go. But Jeff Green taking responsibility for that.
Most times on the start of the race, the pole sitter, you know, they wait for the green flag, and then the pole sitter jumps, or the pole sitter jumps and they wave the green flag. On the restart, NASCAR waves the green flag and then you restart. But most time the pole sitter is responsible for starting the race.
All right, we are still under caution here. The crew, Richard Childress on Chevrolet, heavily damaged. That's the Rockwell Automation machine, one of a handful of cars involved over there. And as you saw just a moment ago, This car, number 98, was involved in an incident. Here are some of the onboard cameras. We'll have 7 onboard cameras today riding along in this very, very tight field.
See Jimmy Johnson's onboard camera. They all tell cars are all lined up, ready for a restart. But at least they are in single file. They don't have to be concerned about going down in turn 1 now, side by side.
Jeff Green, the Briggs & Stratton onboard. He'll lead us down to the green flag. We restart here on lap number 13 after the caution was out for 11 laps back in Bristol, Tennessee. To mix it up a little bit here in Bristol, Tennessee, the 32 car. It's Ricky Craven, his very first Busch start in the year 2000. Behind him, fellow Winston Cup competitor Michael Waltrip, a former winner here. He tried to make a move underneath Mark Green.
And Mark Green wisely backed off and let these cars go rather than try to race them side by side through the corners because, again, at 120-mile-per-hour average, it's a very difficult thing to do on these 36-degree banks.
Well, down in the noisy pit area, Ray Dunlap was caught up with one of our early victims, Mike Dillon.
And, Jerry, it's a really bad deal because he came in here 8th in the points. Mike, you have not had very good luck here at Bristol.
No, it's been a hard track for me. I usually run pretty good here. Can't seem to stay out of trouble. I hate it with Rockwell Automation, Continental Conveyor, and all the guys on this team. We'll get the car back out here and try to run some laps, but it's a tough break. You qualified, not too good. You get back there in the back like that, you're going to have a chance to get the race here at Bristol. It's a bad deal. We'll get it back up there and see what we can do.
Okay, they're going to try to work on this race car.
All right, there's our points leader, Visine Chevrolet, Matt Kenseth, the car number 17. Looking back at Jimmy Johnson's Alltel Chevy Monte Carlo.
You're right along with Kenny Irwin. Kenny Irwin is currently in 6th position. And Jimmy Johnson looks forward. He's back in 7th. He looks at Kenny Irwin at that spot.
I'm impressed with Jimmy Johnson. He had never been here before, Benny, and on Thursday when the cars checked in, he rode a golf cart around the racetrack with Ron Hornaday, who'd been successful here in the trucks.
But he short it right. Oh, we see another crash. Mike Stefanik, the 90.
Watch the 61. There's a car sitting in the middle of 2, broadside. Oh, wait, slow down, buddy. They're still wrecking, dude. Slow down, buddy. They're still wrecking, dude. Broadside, right in the middle of the track.
That's Tim Feedle that was sitting broadside in the middle of the racetrack. Casey Atwood. I don't know if he got bumped from behind, but he also spun down in the corner. There we see Casey, the white car, castor oil car that's leaving, and looking at the damage on the left rear, common sense would prevail and tell you that he got banged, and that's why he spun out.
Show you what happened again here moments ago on lap number 20. There's contact there. There's Fedewa's car spinning.
Jason Keller. There we see the 90 car. Stefanik go around. And Stefanik quickly puts it in gear and drives away. And as he drives away, Casey Atwood is spinning back where he left, the position he left.
There's Fedewa's Stanley Tools car number 36, a Chevrolet. That car was damaged earlier in the weekend in practice, and the crew did a masterful job just to get it back ready to race. They had to bring the rear clip back up. They jacked it back up and repaired the back of that machine. So it has not been a good week for Timmy Fedewa, who had his career best or season best finish last week at Darlington, hoping to get his season turned around. We are working the second caution flag of the day early on here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Back with more in just a moment. Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. Working caution number 2 in the afternoon. Here's what happened down in turn 2.
Jason Kell, the red and white car, he and the 36 feet will make contact or get awfully close. And the 90 car, Stefanik, spins, goes around. He puts car back in first. Now the leaders are coming by. Watch we see the 36 car sitting there, and now we see the 27 of Casey Atwood spin. Here comes the leaders. And watch there, we see Jeff Green slow down dramatically. Here comes Purvis and Harvick. They just kind of split. Tim Fedewa sitting there.
After green flag racing, Fedewa is very glad they split above and below him. Now Jeff Green leads him down. Kevin Harvick, the rookie driver, 1998 NASCAR Winston West champion who spent the 99 season in the Truck Series. Here is Craven making a move beneath Jamie Skinner. That's Mike Skinner's young son, 22 years of age. Craven and Waltrip go by. Michael Waltrip.
Skinner's back in the 15th position now.
Our Circuit City onboard telemetry with Jamie Skinner in the Cobalt Tool Chevy. See what kind of speeds we're talking about. 120, almost 100, over 130 miles an hour.
And see, the key is you don't slow down that much, only down to 109 miles per hour in the middle of the corner. That's what makes it so tough to try to race through these corners, is the incredible speed these cars are carrying through the middle.
Back up front, the car number 4, Jeff Purvis. That's the Porter Cable Chevrolet. They had a crew chief change this week. Joe Gibbs' operation. Purvis being shown in 3rd position. Todd Bodine coming off 3 consecutive top 5s. Trying to pose a challenge.
Like he had position to get under Purvis off turn 2, but it was a little bit too early to be taking any chances, so he backed off. And there we see Sterling Marlin. That's Sterling in the 82 car going by Kenny Irwin. He brings Kevin Grubb along with him. Here comes Kenny Wallace. This is kind of like Daytona Talladega. Once you get hung up the outside, they say, see ya.
Kenny Irwin trying to hold on in that Bell South Chevrolet after that great qualifying there for starting in 5th spot. He's now being shown in 10th position. Right along with his Bell South roof camera. You see our Circuit City telemetry. See what kind of speed we're talking about with him. Not quite to 129 miles per hour.
Well, there's Gus Wasson, the 96 car. The 19 of Jamie Skinner. And Mark Green in 63. Ron Hornaday in 3.
Take a look at the Superflow front bumper for Mark Green. The middle of the 3 Green brothers. All 3 Green brothers in the field today.
Up high the wall, stay up by 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 the wall. Keep going, keep going. Green, still green, still green. Hammer down, green, still green. Hammer down.
Pretty well exposed.
Her car is outside. Stay low.
25-year-old Gus Wasson, the Allen Oasis car, and he can't get down to even get close to pit road, Benny.
All these cars on the inside. We have now all the way around. Almost all the way around the racetrack. Cars, and here comes the leader. We saw those cars racing awfully close side by side, and there you see Jamie Skinner go down in the corner and just get in the left rear of Gus Wasson. Up he goes, bangs the wall with the rear. From a helicopter, we see here's the contact right there. Gus Wasson goes up. Gus does a great job. He does hit the wall with the rear, but he does not touch it with the front. And they're just, as you said, Jerry, no way he'd get down to the bottom of the racetrack. Still can't get back down the bottom.
Now the leaders are coming on. Wasson's in the middle of the racetrack. There comes Kenseth back in 3rd position. There is Todd Bodine, the Trop Arctic Chevrolet.
And he just lost 2 spots. He was running in the 4th position. He's now back to 6th as the Kenseth and David Green both got mine.
I guess Gus Wasson's going to stay on the racetrack. There is Bodine.
Buddy, keep on your toes there. If 75 car hits Lazaro any harder, he's going to send him in the wall.
Action fast and furious at Bristol Motor Speedway. Whoa! And
there he goes. There, go low, go low, go low, go low, go high, go high, go low. Told you.
I think he told us, Benny. That was a spotter saying if he hits him again.
Big crash, dude.
Oh, and behind them, they're still crashing as we see Buckshot Jones, some heavy damage to the Cheez-It car. There we see the nose banged up.
And all these cars were trying to get stopped coming off turn 2, and there was a big traffic jam back there, but the initial contact was the 75 car of Kelly Denton and, of course, Anthony Lazaro in the McDonald's machine.
Man. See Buckshot going behind the wall. There we see the 75 car trying to get alongside Lazaro, and there he gets in the left rear. Lazaro tries but cannot save it into the wall, and then the chain reaction starts behind.
To the right of your screen, 3 or 4 cars tried to stop coming off turn 2. That's what jumbled everything up.
Or more track bar. Maybe try and take some bite out, but I don't.
Ever see the 77 car he gets spun, and Buckshot runs in the back of the 36 car. And Tim Fedewa, he's having a tough time this weekend at Bristol.
Fedewa must feel like a cue ball here at Bristol with the way he's been hit by many different colors of cars. Here again, there's the tap you see from Kelly Denton on Lazaro. Lazaro's car noses into the outside wall. And right back toward us is where it all began to break loose with the 00 car, the 36 and the 77.
Jeff Green, the pole sitter. There's Harvick, drives up on the outside. They slow down and somehow get through all those cars, and Harvick went on the outside, Green on the inside.
There's a look at Anthony Lazaro still sitting in his McDonald's machine and nose into the outside wall. Heavy damage there. We are working caution number 3. Came out on lap 41. 5 cars involved, 2 initially, 3 heavily damaged behind the original accident. Back with more typical Bristol action in a moment.
Signal is given to the field. 1 more lap.
Matt Abernathy, the Busch Series flagman, saying we're going to try to get back to green flag racing. Let's go down and check in with Bill Weber.
Well, first of all, Jason Keller's bad day continues. He's been on and off pit road several times. He does have front-end damage and damage to the right front fender from that last caution. Again, he was sent to the end of the field for jumping the start when the green flag came out here this afternoon. On and off pit road several times as the team tried to make some kind of repairs to that car. Now the green comes back out.
Restart lap 51. If you just joined us, you've missed 51 laps, 3 caution flags involving 17 cars. But that's typical Bristol action, as we're about to get another one. There's Matt Kenseth, our points leader in the Visine Chevy. Here's a pretty good battle toward the front.
Kevin Harvick, the 2 car, AC Delco car, trying to take the lead, get the lead away from Jeff Green.
Looking out the back of Jimmy Johnson's Alltel Chevrolet, and you think Todd Bodine wants by? He wants by in a bad way.
Well, he thinks that spot was his. NASCAR on this, as they came back to the line, NASCAR placed the 92 in front of Todd Bodine, the 66, and there was some kind of contest. Todd Bodine did not like that very well, and he's trying to get it back. Bill Weber?
NASCAR said Todd was lagging back too far behind the car in front of him, so they told the 92 to go around him. Todd was furious on the radio, and his crew chief, John Richardson, had a heated discussion with a Busch official in their pit. They said that the pace car speed was not consistent and that Todd had done nothing wrong, but he did have the position taken away.
Wow.
And now he is losing spots on the racetrack as Kevin Grubb goes by. We saw Sterling Marlin a moment ago go by. There's the Grubb car, 37.
And Kenny Wallace gets by in the last car, the 25 car. Todd Bodine will finally get back in line in front of Kenny Irwin, but now he's back to the 10th position.
There's the Bell South Mobility roof camera for Kenny Irwin as you take a look at our Napa field summary showing you the points battle among the manufacturers. Jeff Green is our leader. Chevrolet's run first, second, and fourth. Leading Pontiac is Jeff Purvis back in 3rd spot.
See, Michael Walker, the Band-Aid number 7, taking over that position into the 11th spot. Ricky Craven goes by as well. There's Hornaday trying to figure out how he's going to get to the front. That's Hornaday in the 3. Oh, we got Jimmy Skinner around in
on the front stretch. We got our caution is out.
And the 33 car of Tony Raines has some heavy damage, also spins down the front stretch.
That will bring out the 4th caution flag of the day here at Bristol. Most seriously damaged car sitting against the wall, the 33 car, the Bayer machine of Tony Raines, last year's Rookie of the Year. There's the Cobalt Chevrolet for Jamie Skinner.
You ever see the 35 car, Lyndon Amick? He makes some contact there with the 19 that Jamie Skinner tries to get back, just can't do it as he comes off turn 4. Around he goes, and somehow I guess behind the 33 car had some contact in the rear. He spins around and backs her in the inside wall.
And leaders will head for pit road for the first time today. 35 miles an hour. They head down. Jeff Green leads them down. There's Cheez-It pulling in. Jason Keller. And Green heads to you, Ray Dunlap.
Well, Jerry, the car is pushing just a little bit coming off turn 4, so they're going to make an air pressure adjustment. And now to Bill Weber.
Jeff Green's car has been tight since the green flag fell. 4 tires, clean the grill, take off a small piece of tape, fuel him, send him back out. Green has the #1 preferred pit stop on pit road, getting left side tires, a crowd of cars behind him. 10 is away, Matt Kenseth with a good stop. Long stop for Harvick in the 2 car. He's going to follow the 34 out.
There are front and back pits here at Bristol, Tennessee. We can still have people pitting. 21 pits on the front straightaway and 22 on the back stretch.
And how did Mike McLaughlin, how did this all come about? There's a lot of damage to that Goose Pump Chevrolet. We see the damage to the front, and I don't know how this happened. Do you suppose he was part of that crash earlier? We just missed it. There we see Jamie Skinner go around.
19 car is Skinner. Now watch for the 33 car. There's the 33 car. Oh, McLaughlin gets clipped by the 33 as he's spinning.
I see, and that just turned McLaughlin head on in the outside retaining wall.
Mike McLaughlin cannot catch a break here in the year 2000. The kind of miserable luck that he has had. Great race car driver and quite a talent. Former Rookie of the Year, former NASCAR Federal Modified Series champion, driving for George Devidar in the Gould's Pumps car, but can't buy a break.
No, he really can't. He has had some miserable break. And there again, sometimes you make your own luck, but this time he was just simply going down the racetrack, and out of the sky, a car falls and hits him in the rear.
Well, we are working the 4th caution flag today. We will show you up close and personal how the action happens from Jamie Skinner's bumper kill. Uh-oh, he's going around, and it's all going to break loose on lap 58 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Ouch. Back at Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee, I'm Jerry Punch along with Benny Parsons, Ray Dunlap, and Bill Weber. Under caution for the 4th time today. And Benny, this caution, the result of short track frustration.
Well, it started about 2 laps ago. We're riding along in the Cobalt Tools on board with Jamie Skinner. That's Lyndon Amick behind the 35 car. And you can see that Lyndon Amick is faster. He goes up, and here he tells Skinner, look, I'm faster. It'd be wise if you move over, let me go. Okay, well, come on, Jamie, I'm faster than you are. That's what he's saying. I'm faster, much faster. Come on, Jamie. Oh, man. He finally gets a chance. He'll get alongside in about a lap. He gets alongside, and he's going to take that position. Or there we see him. He's alongside, and I'm not going to back off. I got to get that spot.
Coming through. And that's the contact. You just see the McLaughlin car go by. You see the 33 car there. So that was the caution. It came out on lap 58. Jamie Skinner's car tapped from behind by Lyndon Amick. Tony Raines' car involved behind him trying to slow down. Mike McLaughlin's car gets clipped by Raines. Those are the 3 cars most heavily involved. Let's check in with Ray.
Well, Jerry, another incident on pit road. We've seen a lot of those this year. Kevin Grubb was leaving the pits and hit a right rear tire off of the 25 car. These are very tight pits down here. It happens a lot, but he does have damage on the left front fender. Now to Bill Weber.
Just to follow up on the Todd Bodine story, under that last caution when he was lagging back, he was trying to reconnect the air hose to his helmet and did not want to run into the cars in front of him while he was doing that work. Back to Green.
As we restart on lap 68, we'll note that we were away a moment ago. NASCAR held Lyndon Amick's car in the penalty box for 2 laps. 2-lap penalty for the 35 car for that incident of contact with Jamie Skinner. So he is now being shown 2 laps down in 32nd position.
Well, there's a leader right now, Randy LaJoy, 57 car. Jason Keller is in 2nd spot. Phil Parsons and Dick Trickle right now battling for the 3rd spot. These cars pitted on earlier caution flags when this caution flag came out, and most of the leaders stop, they stayed on the track trying to get that track position.
And remember, at the start of the race, Jason Keller's Excedrin Chevy, who won this race a year ago, that car right there was black flag for jumping the start. He actually led first, second, and third lap of the race. His first lap he's led this year. Had to go shotgun on the field for the restart, and now is being shown in second position.
LaJoy trying to get by the 90 car. And we see Casey Atwood slow on the bottom of the racetrack in the 27 car. And see Skinner losing positions as all that damage that he has in that last crash. Michael Waltrip, Kenny Irwin, good battle. That's Waltrip in 7, Irwin in 42.
That is for 18th, 19th, and 20th position, riding along with Kenny Irwin on his roof camera. Looking at Michael Waltrip's Band-Aid Chevy. Trying to make a move beneath the damaged car. Gus Wasson.
Matt Kenseth, the 17 car. He has gotten in front of the 10 and the 2 on the pit stop, but can he get through this traffic? He's trying to get by Blaze Alexander. That's Blaze at 81. And look at all these cars, nose to tail.
Riding along with the Briggs & Stratton roof camera for Jeff Green, our pole sitter, who led early on today. Led 57 laps prior to pitting here just a moment ago on the 4th caution flag of the afternoon. He's being shown back in 7th position. Kenseth in front of him.
There you go, Cabello.
And Jamie Skinner is back there in the fence hard. Off turn 2, caution flag waves.
And that caution flag just now on lap 75, a break for the car number 77 of Chad Chaffin. Been involved in a spin earlier trying to slow down. He actually got his lap back, so now he will be back on the lead lap and be the last car being shown as 27 cars are on the lead lap. We'll show you what happened here a moment ago with Jamie Skinner.
Goes down the corner, and there's some contact between Elton Sawyer. Gets in the left rear of Skinner. And, man, he just backs this thing hard in the wall. Look, Mark Green up there high. Barely gets under the 19 car of Skinner. And Tim Fiedler barely gets by once again. Now, listen, folks.
And from the roof camera of Elton Sawyer, listen for the contact.
There you saw that, just that hint of that puff of smoke down in turn 1 where they made contact. Now watch this. Listen to this.
Well, caution number 5 today in the first 75 laps. It's that kind of high-banked action at Bristol. Welcome back to Bristol, Tennessee. Bristol Motor Speedway. Just finishing our 5th caution flag today. An incident where Jamie Skinner's car was tapped.
Green flag. Green, green, green.
Lap 81, that caution out for 5 laps. Randy LaJoy, 2-time Busch Series champion, our leader. Kenny Irwin made a pit stop during that break, Benny, and lost a lap in the pits.
Yeah, they raised the hood on that car for some reason, and we're looking under the hood. I don't know exactly what the problem is.
Let's check in down in the pit area with Ray Dunlap.
Well, Jerry, we want to hear from Mike McLaughlin, who's had some awfully bad luck here. You just can't buy a break at Bristol lately, can you?
We can't buy a break anywhere, really. We've been doing a decent job getting in the shows, but we haven't been able to finish. Just lots of forward gold bumps. Hang in there. We'll be back next week.
Okay, guys, a year ago, Mike McLaughlin broke his hand here. He's okay, but the race car is not.
Best finishes here, a 15th at Rockingham, 33rd at Darlington, 21st at Atlanta. Just have not been able to catch a break. We're talking about Mike McLaughlin.
Lyndon Amick, the 35 car. He was penalized a couple laps. See Phil Parsons, the leaders under him, losing spots. Never see the 35 car. And Jeff Green goes by.
Watch the action here on the high bank. Smoke coming from the 42 car. Let's check in with Bill Weber.
Jerry, he was leaking some fluid from underneath the hood. He came down pit road twice. They found the cause of the leak, but they haven't been able to fix it. They sent him back out. They are concerned. They're not sure that all the hood pins got put back in. We'll have to keep an eye on him. But Kenny Irwin all the way to the back of the field. Now they're going to black flag the 42.
Wow, tough break for Kenny Irwin. Back-to-back top 20 finishes. He had a 10th at Atlanta and a 19th at Darlington, but now the Bell South car trying to make his way to pit road. And he comes down as Randy LaJoie continues to lead here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The Bob Evans Restaurant Chevrolet. James Finch on car.
See Dick Trickle, a third-place car, the Snyder International Chevrolet.
58-year-old Dick Trickle, Wisconsin Rapid, Wisconsin driver, over 1,000 short track victories in his career, illustrious career. He's being shown in third position. You mentioned Jason Keller is in second spot.
And there we see the fastest car, the 17 car of Matt Kenseth. A lot faster than the other cars. There we see a lot of traffic. Ricky Craven trying to get by the 37. Who's trying to get by the 81. Who's trying his best to get by the 66.
Oh, that is 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th on your screen. Todd Bodine in 66 cars in 13th spot. Here comes the 81 of Blaze Alexander. Kevin Grubb, after failing to make the race in Daytona, he has been on fire all the way up in the top 10 in points. There's the 32 car, the Agree Shampoo Chevy of Ricky Craven. There comes Michael Walton, and right behind him, the 3 car, the Napa Chevrolet for Ron Hornaday.
Hornaday has raced the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here at Bristol, but not the NASCAR Busch Series cars. As we see Hank Parker Jr., the Team Marines Chevrolet trying to follow Hornaday. He says, look, I know you've got a lot more experience than I have, so I know you got to get through this traffic. I'll follow you, but first thing you got to do is catch the traffic.
The future of the NASCAR Busch Series right there. Hornaday, a 2-time NASCAR Craftsman Truck Champion, and a very impressive 25-year-old Hank Parker Jr. Rick Rathbun's Team Marine Chevrolet, owned by Hank Sr., holding on to the position.
See the 42 car, Kenny Irwin, back out there. I'm told he had an oil line was loose. They repaired that. He's back on the track.
But how about Kevin Harvick? This young man driving the car number 2. Very impressive here. Trying to make a move now on the 5 car, Dick Trickle.
As a matter of fact, when Harvick, after Daytona, on RPM tonight, I told John Kernan that Kevin Harvick is a very talented race car driver. He goes to Rockingham and misses the show. But he was crushed, and he said, I'll make up for that, and he has, because he is a very talented race car driver, and he'll be a star in the NASCAR Busch Series in the next year or 2.
I agree. Finished 5th at Daytona. Well, she missed Rockingham at a 13th at Las Vegas, 34th at Atlanta, involving him, a lot of his own doing, and 15th last week at Darlington. Now, here is a battle. 4 cars, almost under a blanket, 4th position. The 82 car is Sterling Marlin, the Channel Lock Chevy. He makes the pass.
He goes by the pole sitter, Jeff Green. So look for Sterling Marlin, unusually strong here this afternoon. I shouldn't say unusually. He ran awfully well here last fall in that University of Tennessee car.
Now there is Trickle in the 5 car, Harvick in the 2, and Marlin in the 82. Our Circuit City telemetry riding along with Sterling Marlin. Watch the brake light come on. See that yellow bump on the back of Harvey's car indicating he's a rookie. Marlin trying to be very deliberate, very careful to make the pass.
Harvick trying to get on the inside of Trickle, just can't do it. Oh, almost in contact now. Harvick finally has the position. He goes by Trickle. Here comes Sterling Marlin. Here comes Jeff Green. When they get you down here, they just keep beating on you. David Green goes by.
Boy, just that quickly, Dick Trickle will lose 5 positions. Now Harvick makes a move beneath the 74 car, P.J. Jones. Jones involved in one of the early incidents, had to go back behind the wall, is being shown 53 laps down. Great racing all around this high-banked half-mile oval. Bristol Motor Speedway, the 18th running of the Cheez-It 250. Exciting NASCAR Busch action. Back in a moment. Back Back at Bristol Motor Speedway, exciting green flag action, NASCAR Busch Series style. Our leader, Randy LaJoie, in the car number 1. See Randy there moving up.
Just on board Mike Dillon, who crashed early on the first lap, is back on the racetrack after some repairs.
Now look at second place, the blue car. The Visine colors are our current points leader and last fall's winner here, last August winner here, Matt Kenseth. He is closed now to about a car length and a half behind LaJoie.
On this restart, Matt Kenseth probably started about 10th position. He has worked his way up to the second spot, passing cars on a very, very difficult racetrack to pass.
Now Matt Kenseth will run all the events up until Nashville, just a few events away. And he goes by and takes the lead here in Bristol, Tennessee. Well, he will get out of that seat, and Jason Schuler out of the REMAX Challenge Series will get in that car, Robbie Reiser, and drive 12 events. It's amazing that you may have a comfortable points lead and have to give it up after trying for 2 years to win the Busch Series title. He may have to walk away, but he said the consolation is that maybe Robbie Reiser can win the Owners' Championship.
Well, that would be a good consolation. We can see he's starting to just slowly pull away from Randy LaJoie.
If you just joined us, Randy LaJoie pitted earlier, one of the early caution flags. You watch Ricky Craven having a pretty good run in the 32 car. The Bree Shampoo machine going by the Timberwolf. Clarence Brewer owned car of Kevin Grubb in the 37. There's Hornaday in the 3 car. And his 4th position at his 15th, 16th, and 17th spot.
81 of Blaze Alexander just past the 59 of Phil Parsons, the Kingsford car. And Michael Waltrip very, very high. Now watch this groove. Now watch this groove that Michael Waltrip is trying to run. Wow. That's different. We're talking about at the bottom of the racetrack, how you need to be down there. Look at Michael go on top. One thing about it, Jerry, there's very little traffic up there if you can get that groove worked out.
Michael Waltrip driving the same car he finished second with here last August from 10th starting spot. So good run for the Band-Aid Chevrolet. I mentioned a moment ago I spoke incorrectly. The car number 1 has not pitted as of yet today. In the first 119 laps, long run for LaJoie, so you got to wonder if his tires may be going away. There's some others who pitted on lap 60, so he's going to be dropping back a little bit here very, very shortly. So he's yet to pit. There's Kenseth, the leader. There's LaJoie in second spot. Visine Chevrolet being shown as our leader. Bob Evans Chevrolet, Bob Evans Restaurants Chevrolet in second spot for LaJoie. Jason Keller, the Excedrin machine, back in 3rd position.
There he comes, the red. I'm sorry, that's the Randy LaJoie, the one Bob Evans car. I tell you what, LaJoie hasn't pitted. He's still going along at a pretty good clip with those used tires.
Pretty good battle heating up now for 3rd position behind these guys. The 57 and the 82. That will be Keller and Sterling Marlin. Sterling Marlin from all the way from 16th starting spot. There is Kenseth, the leader. Right side of your screen, the 1 car, LaJoie. The 82 who's taken 3rd spot away, that's Marlin. Both he and Jeff Green go by the 57 of Keller. Here's a battle for position. The 4 and 66, that's Purvis and Todd Bodine. And it's for 10th and 11th spot.
And right now we can see that Todd Bodine is faster. Some contact. Wow, that was close. That looked like the Lyndon Amick, Jamie Skinner deal all over again.
Both these drivers running the full year in Busch competition, running for points. Todd Bodine, 3rd in the points coming into the day. Got to be very careful. Get the car out of shape here, and it could end up with a 30th or worse place finish.
Right now we have 26 cars on the lead lap. And Randy LaJoie, with those worn tires, is just not letting the 17 of Kenseth get away. And meanwhile, the yellow car right behind LaJoy, Sterling Marlin, is getting closer and closer to the front twosome. There he comes. Jeff Green, the 10 car, back in 4th position.
There you see the lineup. The 17 car, your leader. There's the Nesquik Chevrolet of number 10 of Green, who was our pole sitter. Behind him, his teammate, Jason Keller, in the Excedrin Chevy. There's the car number 5, Dick Trickle, the Snyder Trucking Machine. Car owned by Jimmy Spencer, sliding back. Sterling Marlin, the guy you talked about a moment ago, Benny Parsons, the channel lock car out of the Felix Zapata stable, very, very quick.
That time Jeff Green, the quicker of those cars. Sterling Marlin was second. But the first 2 cars.
And one's on older tires, too, if I'm not mistaken.
And we finally get on board with Sterling Marlin as he closes in on the back of Randy LaJoy.
Back for second position. Marlin makes the pass.
Good job.
Let's check in with Ray.
Well, guys, Randy LaJoy started 32nd and worked his way up to 28th when that caution came out, and they have not pitted yet. I just asked the car owner, James Finch, how long can you go before you have to pit? He said, well, not until there's a caution. I said, what if there isn't a caution? He said, are you kidding me? This is Bristol.
Yeah, rarely do you worry about a green flag pit stop at this racetrack. You know you're going to get cautioned, just how many and when. He hopes. He hopes. Kansas the leader. He is the points leader. Sterling Marlin all the way from 16th starting spot to second. LaJoy, as you just heard Ray Dunlap say a moment ago, from 32nd starting position, has yet to come on the pit road.
And watch Sterling Marlin just come off the corner and go by Kent.
Clear, good job. You're the boss. You're the boss.
Sterling. That was Sterling Marlin's radio. And of course, Sterling began his career on a high-banked half-mile track in Nashville, Tennessee. There's their progression for Sterling Marlin. Started out in the 16th position, driving the channel lock Chevy. And on lap 135, he made the pass and is being shown as the leader. So less than 115 laps to go. We got 135 in the books. The Cheez-It 250. Sterling Marlin is our leader. Back in a moment. ESPN2's RPM tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight. For more, log on to ESPN.com, a part of the Go Network, go.com. There's our leader, the Channel Lock Chevrolet for Sterling Marlin.
And you look back and you say, where is Kenseth? Well, right now he's about a second behind the leader. That's Wayne Grubb, a lap car between the two. Here comes Kenseth in the Visine automobile. Randy LaJoy still hanging in there. Has not made a pit stop. Tires more worn than the other guys out there, but he's hanging in still in 3rd spot. And Dick Trickle, who was left battling for the lead just a few laps ago, is now a lap down.
Boy, that quickly. You turn this racetrack at a little over 15 and a half seconds, and now their lap times are up toward the 16-second bracket, but still it doesn't take very long to get a lap down. There's Green having gone by. That car was Snyder Trucking Chevrolet for Dick Trickle. There's the Excedrin Chevy for Jason Keller. Dunlop Golf, the associate sponsor on that car. For the entire year. Jason, the winner here in this race a year ago, actually he dominated here last spring, but he led over 180 laps. The 250 being shown right now in 5th position.
In the 57 car, Jason Keller was our outside pole sitter, started on the front row, and on the initial green flag to begin the race, NASCAR determined that he started too early, black flagged him, and placed him at the rear of the field. And he has worked his way somehow back to the 5th position.
Pretty good year thus far. There's Kevin Harvick, the AC Delco Chevrolet, Richard Childress' own car. A rookie in NASCAR's Busch Series, currently 3rd, or actually tied for 2nd in the rookie points with Jay Sauter behind Ron Hornaday. Won by Mark Green's car. How about Kenny Wallace, the car number 25, the Lance Snacks machine. There's the 77. Here's Kenny Wallace. He had Renzi own car. New colors this weekend here at Bristol.
7th position.
a former winner here in Busch competition on the high banks in Bristol, Tennessee. David F., the crew chief on that car.
And right now, the cars are kind of scattered around this half-mile racetrack. And we see we don't have a lot of close action. About the only time when the lap cars get passed by the faster cars, the cars get close. And as long as it stays like this, we got a chance. But I'm telling you, when they have a caution flag, then all that does is breed more caution flags because it gets the cars back close to each other.
Well, a surprise, Michael Waltrip in the Band-Aid Chevrolet going a lap down. He had a good run early on. Got to wonder if his tires would be going away a little bit. But Sterling Marlin just turned the wick up. He's just putting cars down that should actually be able to pit. But unfortunately, Michael Waltrip is one of those victims.
And Phil Parsons also now, the 59 car, has gone a lap down. He is currently in the 19th position.
As of now, LaJoie would gain 2 spots and being second overall in the points. Of course, now Mark Martin was not entered today. He was second in the points coming into this event after 2 wins in the first 5 events, or first 4 events actually for Martin that he entered. Sterling Marlin being shown as our leader in the car number 82.
That's Kelly Denton in the 75 car. Currently running in 18th position. Sterling Marlin trying to put him a lap down. Go down the corner. You see that Sterling Marlin is not just slamming on the brakes. He's using the brake gently. You're about the only thing you do violent is the steering wheel, back and forth. If you use the brakes excessively, it will want to upset the car. There we see Kelly Denton, the 75. Going a lap down.
This is Sterling Marlin's 4th Busch race at Bristol. He finished 4th last August. His best finish. Actually, this is a landmark for Sterling. His 50th Busch Series event. He has 1 victory, that coming back in October of 1990 at Charlotte, out at Lowe's Motor Speedway. LaJoie trying to, as he goes by Michael Waltrip's car number 7. The battle really is between LaJoie and the 1 car and this car, the Briggs & Stratton roof camera on top of Jeff Green's Nesquik Chevy.
And Jeff Green gets alongside Michael Waltrip, but I don't think Michael will have any problem because the groove that Michael in the Band-Aid car is running will not be a concern for these other guys except when they come off the corner. And Kevin Harvick has caught up with the 57 car of Jason Keller. That's a battle for the 5th position. Terry Labonte back in the 44 car. He's currently in 21st. He is a lap down to the leaders.
Well, we had 5 caution flags the first 75 laps, and we have been caution-free for the last 90 or so. Lap covering NASCAR Busch Series action, the Cheez-It 250. Right now, it's all channel locked at the front of this field. Felix Sabata's own car. Sterling Marlin, as you watch.
I'd like to see less of that bumper.
See less of that bumper. I don't know who he was talking about.
What's that thing, Sterling?
Heavy lap traffic. There's Marlin in the 82 car. The 98 car is the last car on the lead lap. And here's Marlin just a moment ago behind Hank Parker Jr.
Goes down in turn 3. A little bit of contact, and Hank Parker Jr. just goes up the racetrack. Does a good job saving it. And Sterling Marlin just simply drives by.
Now this is for position here. The Lysol Ford for Elton Sawyer.
That's not for position. Elton Sawyer's about to go a lap down, Jerry.
Last car on the lead lap in 16th position.
Look at Sterling Marlin's nose where he's running the back of someone. And he's running the back of the 98 car right now.
Sterling said, okay, I'm going to try to be patient here a little bit. Elton Sawyer finished 3rd here last spring from 20th starting position. He's shown in 16th right now. And now the channel lock Chevy goes by on the inside. Takes a spot away. And the car number 10 of Jeff Green. There's the yellow and blue numeral Chevy. The Nesquik colors going by the 17 of Matt Kenseth.
They're a little over 3 seconds behind Sterling Marlin. And, you know, Sterling Marlin is in this car by default. The car that's actually leading the race as we watch the battle for second spot between Green and Matt Kenseth. And here comes Randy LaJoie. That red nose is the Bob Evans car. He is in fourth spot and is still staying with these guys with those tires with 170 laps on them.
As the positions 10, 17, and the 1 and the 2. That is second, third, fourth, and fifth. And Randy LaJoie still has yet to come on pit road. Bob Evans Chevrolet. We are 171 laps in this event on a half-mile racetrack. So you got to wonder, he can probably go maybe 30 at the most more before he's going to have to make a fuel stop.
I don't know, Jerry, just how far these guys can go with the 390 carburetors, but it looks like right now, if they get a caution flag, all these leaders will pit. If LaJoie's crew has a good pit stop and gets him back out in contention with the leaders, he is an extremely strong car here this afternoon.
Wow.
Not the one car.
Kevin Harvick, you see there at the bottom of your screen from above, car number 2 beneath LaJoie, and Randy said, go ahead, my tires are worn slap out.
Yes. At this point, when the tires are as worn as Randy LaJoie's, you're right, Jerry. You don't want to contest too much because it takes all you can do to get the car around the racetrack without other cars being involved.
75 laps to go here in Bristol, Tennessee. Heavy traffic there.
Got a lot of cars up here in front of us trying to stay on the lead lap now.
And the first on that.
Yellow's out, yellow's out. Yellow. Yellow, I don't see a thing.
Big break for those cars right in front of Sterling Marlin. Big break for the one car.
Something happened to Terry Labonte's Slim Jim Chevrolet. Apparently had some contact. There's the right side of the car. Heavy contact with the wall.
Yes. That was the reason for the caution flag. And you heard Sterling Marlin say what they asked him what he needed. He said, just change the tires. That'll be okay with me.
4 tires of drink of water. I'm fine. The way that car's running, I can imagine that he's probably feeling pretty good right now. Now, LaJoie, who had not pitted as of yet, has got to be taking a big sigh of relief, but he does pit on the back straightaway.
And that could let a lot of cars pitting on the front stretch get in front of him, get track position. We'll see how it shakes out.
If we can see the 44 car for Terry Labonte, the Slim Jim colors, his Chevrolet just a moment ago having some contact, bringing out the caution flag.
Very top of the screen, we see him coming off the corner and go up, and bam. Like the right front tire run over something and cut it, and it went flat. It didn't blow out. I just think it lost some air pressure.
He pancakes the right side of the car, and here comes Marlin down pit road, the leaders. Here comes Jeff Green behind him, Kenseth, Harvick. Let's go down to Bill Weber.
Sterling Marlin pits first, just off the exit of turn 4. He'll get 4 tires. These guys only need about 1 can of fuel. Triple pits. Now the 10 is here. They're going to make a chassis adjustment on the 10 and give him 4 tires, clean the windshield. They only need 1 can of fuel as well. The 17 is on pit road as well. Around to the left side, a chassis adjustment for Kenseth. Marlin has already left his pit. Let's see if Green can beat him. Waiting on the left front. It's going to be close. Looks like Jeff Green will beat him off. And Sterling Marlin. Now the 2 and the 17 are away, followed by the 57. Ray.
Well, Bill, Randy LaJoie was almost out of gas, but they have been able to keep the car running. Pitting on the backstretch is a disadvantage. The leaders have gone by now, but how many spots will he lose? LaJoie came in here running 5th, pitting on the backstretch. Left side tires are done. He's down and away. Looks like he's going to lose about 5, maybe 6 spots.
You might mention LaJoie's first and possibly only pit stop of the day. He started 32nd, and why is he pitting on the back straightaway? There are only 21 pits on the front stretch, so that's why he is pitting back there. Now some of the other lap cars come on the pit road. There's LaJoie's Bob Evans Restaurant Chevrolet. As we work caution, number 6 on the day, coming in on lap 176 when Texan Terry Labonte tags the wall coming out of turn 4. Back in a moment.
Big crowd here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. The field has just gotten the 1 to go sign. Several stories unfolding here. Jeff Green has retaken the lead. But Benny Parsons, how about the 82 car of Sterling Marlin? He had to qualify that car. And yesterday afternoon when I talked to him, he wasn't even aware that he was required by rule to start that car because he qualified it for a rookie.
That's right. That was Dave Steele was here to drive that car. He had trouble getting up to speed. Dave Steele, a rookie. Sterling Marlin got in the car to qualify, put it in the field, but under NASCAR rules, he had to drive the car. And boy, is he driving it.
And by default, he could possibly pick up his second ever Busch Series victory. And here's a traffic jam. We're 3 wide. That can't work.
No, this is not going to work. Somebody's going to get black flag over this deal because
You ready? Green, 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 green.
you were supposed to be 2 wide going in turn 3, coming down for a restart.
Well, Matt Abernathy will probably reach for that black hanky and wave it at somebody. But we're back to green flag racing in Bristol, Tennessee.
Now, Sterling Marlin, the channel lock car, was extremely fast on used tires. Can he pass a 10 car with used tires?
You mean new tires?
New tires. Yes.
There is the front 2 cars. Quick Chevrolet for our pole sitter, Jeff Green, looking for his first win of the season. And there's a look back off the Briggs and Stratton bumper cam for Sterling Marlin. He's in second spot. How about LaJoy, the 1 car, pitting in the backstretch. There is the Bob Evans Chevrolet. He is shown back in 9th position.
He was running 5th when he made his pit stop, but having put on the backstretch, he did lose 4 spots. Now he's got to try to work his way back to the front. The next car in front of him is Kenny Wallace. And also the 34 car, Kenny Wallace follows him.
Back up front, closer and closer. Marlin inching in on Jeff Green. Possibly Marlin's only start this year in the Busch competition. This one by default, subbing for Dave Steele to qualify the channel lock car, and now he will take a look to the inside. Thanks better of it, Benny.
Well, I think I'll wait for a better chance. And after all, we have 52 laps to go. There's not a real concern right now. I think as the tires wear, if there's not another caution flag, Sterling Marlin, as these tires get warm, seems to have the fastest car in the field. Oh, we got some crash down in turn 1. No caution yet. They get the cars back underway. That was Bobby Hamilton, and P.J. Jones made some contact down the front stretch. That's Hamilton Jr. in 26.
That's the All-Car Motorsports machine, and there is P.J. Jones being passed. Son of the legendary Parnelli Jones. Jeff Green, the leader, looking back at the second-place car of Sterling Marlin. Kevin Harvick is in 3rd spot. Ken's at 4th. Show you again what happened. That near miss, or wasn't a near miss, it was contact down in turn 1.
Contact. It looked like the cars are going to spin, but I think, and Hamilton Jr., you call that a spin? I guess not. He didn't go all the way around.
I'd call that a save.
Yeah. A great save at that.
Near a slap shot, but a save here at Bristol, Tennessee. Well, less than 60 laps to go. Jeff Green in the car number 10. 3-time winner last year in Busch competition. He won at Nashville, Tennessee, Myrtle Beach, and Memphis. Sterling Marlin's lone Busch victory came back in October of 1990. Of course, a full-time Winston Cup competitor.
Now, right now, Sterling Marlin just wants to stay as close as he can to Jeff Green. Put all the pressure he can on Jeff Green and not be concerned until there's about 10 or 15 laps to go. And wait for traffic, because there's a Gus Watson to go by him, hoping that the 10 car of Jeff Green will have to back off, going in the corner because of some traffic, and Sterling will be able to just drive under him. Oh, here we go. Sterling Marlin, he waited. He a little bit of a bubble, and he just pounced on it like a cat on a ball of yarn.
Hey, Benny, how long was he going to wait?
Well, 30, 40 laps. 3 or 4 seconds.
He didn't hear you, BP. Sterling Marlin made the pass. Is he putting on a clinic on how to drive a high-banked half-mile track or what?
He is terrific today in that 82 car.
Going by Casey Atwood in the car number 27, the Castrol Chevy. There is Jeff Green, the car he just passed a moment ago. Both events here in 1999 were won by Busch Series regulars.
And look at the distance that Sterling Marlin has put on Jeff Green in just a lap.
Wow.
Man coming off of 4. Watch him. He's down low. Down low.
And the caution flag comes
on.
out.
He's all right. Gas on.
That's Chad Chaffin's car number 77 spinning here on lap 198.
All right, yellow's out.
And he had lost a lap early on, made his lap up when the caution came out, but he's now being shown a lap down in 23rd position. Matt Abernathy waving the caution for the 7th time today.
Now you think that Sterling Marlin and these front leaders will pit, or will they stay on the racetrack as Sterling goes by and slows down? And here's to the slow down flag.
Show you again what happened a moment ago to the 77 car.
It's like he comes off the corner and just gets back on the accelerator, and around the Lear Ford goes, does a 360 and continues on his way.
Tony Hall, the owner of that car. Another incident here involving the Altel Chevy, and
wow. Wow. How in the world did he know to hit the gas then?
Little high bank dodgeball going on here, dodging Busch Series race cars. Back with more in just a moment. Back at Bristol, Tennessee, working caution number 7 as we have just 50 laps to go. Now, what about pit stops? Will some of the cars on the tail end of the lead lap, there are 13 cars in the lead lap, will they come on the pit road for fresh tires? And thus far, the leaders stay out. Just a couple of lap cars come down. There's some of our roof cameras. Ron Hornaday in 12th position. He stays out. Jimmy Johnson's all-tail machine. There's the second place car, Jeff Green. And looking back from the leader's bumper, the Channel Lock Chevrolet for Sterling Marlin. I'm Jerry Punch along with Benny Parsons, Bill Weber, and Ray Dunlap. Here's the Porter Cable Chevrolet, or I should say Pontiac, for Jeff Purvis. He is on pit road. Bill Weber.
And this will just be a chassis adjustment, 2 rounds, and then they'll send him back out. They don't need fuel. These teams only got 2 sets of tires. They thought about making another chassis adjustment. Now they're going to go ahead and do it. And then send him back out. Field will get 1 to go next time by. Now, Jeff Green really wants to challenge for the Busch Series Championship this year. With the departure of Earnhardt and Kenseth on a full-time basis, he really feels this is a great opportunity for him. Now, that's one thought. The second thought is he's running second at Bristol, a track where he's had, well, some frustrations in the last 4 races. Right now, his car is a little bit tight, and it's been that way most of the day. What they have been hoping is that that car would free itself up throughout the afternoon. That has not happened. That's how Sterling Marlin got around him. We're going to have to see what happens in the final 48 laps here.
Jeff Green finished second in the points last year in Busch competition. The car he's driving today finished second at Rockingham and 4th at Darlington, his 2 best finishes of the year. And he would like to be able to get a win here at Bristol, Tennessee. Getting set for the restart. Less than 50 laps to go. We'll have 46 laps left when they come down this time to take the green flag.
Kevin Harvick and Matt Kenseth side by side. Looks like Kenseth will take that spot away.
We are hearing that the car 74 and 26 were parked by NASCAR for some contact here. A little rough driving. Those guys off the racetrack here for a while. As you watch the action up front, Sterling Marlin, your leader, in car number 82. Car number 10, that's the big Nesquik Chevy for Jeff Green.
And the 83 car, Wayne Grubb, between the 2 right now.
And one car, Michael Walter, spins on the back straightaway. Chad Chapin gets by here.
You got a crash in the back straightaway. Back straightaway. Watch him now. Watch him. Michael's coming up the fence. All right, come on.
Now here comes Wayne Grubb.
Right there, left back.
And Wayne Grubb goes flying
Gas
by
on back up there. Gas on up there.
Wow, a bunch of cars trying to get a lap back. We'll see what happens here between Wayne Grubb, the 53 car.
Now watch the 83 car going by the 82, which is the leader.
And Michael Waltrip just about, wow, just about got in the side of Wayne Grubb.
There's the incident. Michael Waltrip's car number 7 spinning. You see Kelly Denton able to go beneath him. Then the leaders are going to come by off of turn 4.
Michael finally, he will get the car righted. He nails the gas, spins the car back around while when the traffic clears and gets by. Now, as Michael starts to go back continue the rest of the lap, he goes back up and will drive back up on the racetrack. And here comes Wayne Grubb. Watch this.
Whoa.
Right there, man.
By 6 inches, they miss him himself. Watch from Kenny Irwin's roof camera.
And he's just able to squeeze by on the outside. Mike Dillon's Rockwell Automation onboard camera. Which way do I go? I'll go on the inside.
Well, we are working our 8th caution flag today. 8 cautions for 47 of the 209 laps thus far. Your leader, Sterling Marlin. Back in a moment. Mesa Marin Raceway in Bakersfield, California is the birthplace of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And for the last 5 years, it's hosted some of the hottest races on the tour. This year should be no different as the stars of the Truck Series take the toughest short track in the West. Part of our Sunday triple header. We head out to Bakersfield, California. But first, live Winston Cup action from the Food City 500 here in Bristol, Tennessee at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. The CART FedEx Championship Series Grand Prix of Miami at 4:30 Eastern. And then out to California, 7 Eastern Time, Bakersfield, California, NASCAR Craftsman Trucks action. The Dodge California 250. 3 different winners the last 3 years out of California. Corelli won it last year. Setzer won it in 98. And Randy Tolsma won it back in 1997. For more, log on to ESPN.com, a part of the Go Network, go.com.
Restart, green flag wave, Sterling Marlin. It's a little bit of a break as Jeff Green is on the outside of the floor car. And now Jeff Green has a rearview mirror full of the 17-car Matt Kenseth. Oh, and is that Kevin Harvick in the outside wall? Big crash.
4 cars, 5, 6.
Charlie got a big rack to the start finish line. Big rack, big rack. Get your hand up. Get your hand up.
Hornaday's in it. LaJoie is in it. Harvick is in it.
Get your left back. You're coming inside of you. Got one more coming. One more coming. Watch him off the wall. Watch him off the wall.
Look out. Oh, man.
Trying to thread their way through, and somehow half a dozen cars involved in the restart here on lap 213 to bring out caution number 9. There's Hornaday. There's Blaze Alexander's car number 81. Heavy damage. Hornaday's car number 3. The Napa car has right side damage. There is the car that just got his lap back, Wayne Grubb, in the Link Belt Chevrolet.
And we see Kevin Harvick. His car had been sitting up against the outside retaining wall, about the same spot that Mike McLaughlin was earlier. And we can see some heavy damage to the right side of that. Let's see if we can tell what happened. There was the contact between Jason Keller and Kevin Harvick. Harvick goes around, spins in the outside wall. Now, as the other cars coming behind try to avoid Harvick, they just make contact. There we see the 92 run in the back of 75, goes over, hits Hornaday. Purvis comes in, and here comes the 81 car, Blaze Alexander. Oh, man. And there we see Wayne Grubb in the side of Hornaday's car.
Hank Parker Jr. also in the side of the Purvis car.
That's Jimmy Johnson's all-tell race car we were riding along with.
Wow.
Man, they hit that guy about 10 times, didn't he? Now watch Hornaday. Listen to this Hornaday deal. Now listen. There's that last crash with Wayne Grubb.
And even more as we got 9 cars involved. Here's another look from above. 75 car denting in the back of LaJoie. There's Hornaday's car up on the edge of Jimmy Johnson's machine. Kenny Irwin's car spins. Hank Parker Jr. up right in the side of the 4 car, the right side of your screen, as there's contact above and below on the racetrack.
And now we see Kevin Harvick and all these other cars. And look how high that Hornaday's car was off the ground off turn 4.
And of course the aftermath. Let's show you again. Top of your screen, the contact.
I mean, when it starts, it happens so quickly that there's nothing you can do.
And even up the top of your screen, 2 other cars in the wall. So we've got 11 cars involved in this incident. Latest caution flag today on lap 213. Here they are trying to drive through this mess.
This is Mike Dillon's onboard camera. Let's see if he gets through. He was able to make it through.
Wow, Alexander, Hornaday, Harvick, Grubb, Michael Waltrip, Jimmy Johnson, Purvis, Parker Jr., Kenny Irwin, and a cast of many, many more involved in this latest caution at Bristol. Getting set for the green flag once again after the 9th caution flag today, coming out on lap 213. 11 cars involved in an incident out of turn 4. We are wearing this field down, grinding away the cars. We will have 25 laps to go, Benny. I'm Jerry Punch along with Benny Parsons, Bill Weber, and Ray Dunlap, covering the action all over the pits today.
I'm told they have waved off the restart. They will not throw the green flag this lap.
There comes the Chevrolet Monte Carlo pace car by. Sterling Marlin is our leader in the car number 82 in the Channel Lock Chevrolet. We are showing 10 cars on the lead lap with Hank Parker Jr., the 53 car. He was one of the cars involved. He is the last car on the lead lap. Marlin, Green, Kenseth, Todd Bodine, Keller, Wallace, David Green, LaJoy, Craven, and Parker Jr. Those cars on the lead lap.
Check out 16 through 30. Phil Parsons will lead that group. And Gus Wasson, although he's off the racetrack working on his car, is in 30th position.
Let's check in our leaders pits with Ray Dunlap, right?
Well, Jerry, we saw a year ago when Sterling Marlin was racing here at Bristol in the UT car. That is the exact same car with just a new paint job on it that he's driving today. Now, you guys have been talking about Dave Steele. Dave Steele is on the roof spotting for Sterling Marlin, and he will be back in this car next week at Texas.
Restart here on lap 226. That caution out for 11 laps. 24 laps to go to the checkered flag waves. Marlin the leader. Elton Sawyer in the 98 car. He was a lap down, but right behind the leader, wanting to get his lap back.
And meanwhile, we see the 17 car of Todd Bodine side by side battle for the 3rd position.
The Visine car is Kenseth, the 17 Benny's talking about. He's our points leader. Bodine, the Trop Arctic 66 car. The C.C. Welliver-owned machine. Behind them, Dick Sedgwick Chevy. Last year's winner, whoa, nearly contact with Jason Keller in the 57.
Oh, and Pursuit 17 gets some contact with Keller, and around goes Kenseth.
Crash into. Crash into. Gas all back in line. Gas all.
59 spins, the 77 spins.
And the caution flag once again is out.
Well, there was contact entering turn 1, and Matt Kenseth tried to save it. Looked like he almost had it saved, and then when the car stuck, it went in the other direction, right up into the wall. Our Visine Chevrolet is our lead, was our points leader. There's the contact, just a nudge by Jason Keller and the Excedrin Chevy.
And there we see the contact between Kenseth and Keller.
And that will bring out our 10th caution flag. There's the contact. Kenseth's car goes around, bam, into the outside wall, right up at the Food City sign. Wow, that's Bristol action. The Battle of Bristol continues, NASCAR Busch Series style, when we come back. Stay with us. Back at Bristol Motor Speedway, working the 10th caution flag today, getting set to go green. An incident a moment ago where there's contact between Jason Keller and Matt Kenseth. As we get set for the restart here on lap 234. Just 16 laps remain in the Cheez-It 250. Sterling Marlin, our leader in the car number 82. Jeff Green is second. Todd Bodine in the 66 car is in 3rd spot.
Huge break for the Sterling Marlin automobile. He has a 98 car of Elton Sawyer a lap down between himself and the 10. Well, no more, because there the 10 car goes by, and the 66 gets boxed behind the 98 and loses some ground to the 10.
Now Todd Bodine able to make the pass as you watch the resumption of the action. And a moment ago, the spin up in turns 1 and 2 involved Matt Kenseth. Let's get down to Bill Weber.
Matt, what happened? Well, we were kind of racing along there, and on that restart, you know, the lap cars would get in there and really race you hard, even if you weren't the leader. And the 5 was just running me so hard. I tried to stay outside, but he'd run inside of me and run me up the track. And I fell back behind Bodine there, and I thought I was clear, so I started coming down and probably crowded the 57 a little. And last minute, they said the 57's inside. And he barely touched me. I moved way, way up the track out of his way. I don't know if he got an apron or what, but he came in and hit me real hard after that, and I just couldn't hold on to it.
You know, Jerry, very seldom does a race car driver know what happened, but Matt Kenseth told us exactly what happened in the wreck.
It looked like Jason Keller's car got down on the apron and just shot it right back up across the racetrack. Jason was trying to stay off of the 17.
Battle for position. That's the battle for 5th between David Green, 34, Randall Joy in 1.
David Green, former winner here, 1994 Busch Series champion. LaJoy, a 2-time Busch Series champion. They are battling as he's in 4th position. That is 5th and 6th. I mentioned there are 9 cars on the lead lap. We haven't mentioned the fact that the 32 car, Ricky Braven, was able to get his lap back a little bit ago. He is being shown now in 7th position. Good run for first time out of the box for the Agree Chevrolet. Here is LaJoy.
He gets on the inside and takes that 5th spot away.
Less than 10 laps to go at Bristol, Tennessee. Sterling Marlin trying to get his very first win since 1990, and only the second ever in Busch Series competition in the Channel Lock Chevrolet. And Busch drivers trying to exert their muscle, trying to move toward a Busch Series championship. The car number 10, Jeff Green, who came up just shy a year ago. The battle for the title. Dale Earnhardt Jr. winning it. There's a look at the S-Quick Chevrolet. That's a separation between first and second spot. Jeff Green was our pole sitter. You can look just at the top of his roof camera, that blue car in front of him. That is the leader, Sterling Marlin.
As you go by, 6 laps to go. Let's see, 36 car, Tim Fedewa. Slow on the bottom of the racetrack. There's Todd Bodine.
Third in points, going for his 4th straight top 5 at Bristol and 4th and 2nd in Busch Series top 5 this year. Great beginning of the year 2000 for Todd Bodine. He will definitely be a factor in this points championship for the year 2000. 4 laps to go at Bristol, Tennessee. 18th running of the Cheez-It 250. That is second and third right there.
Bodine seems to be getting a little bit faster here at the end of the race. Unfortunately, it's about to be over. Just 2.5 laps to go. And Sterling Marlin, what a job he has done. Got in the car by default. And here he comes off the corner with 2 laps to go, in front by 1 full second.
Next time by, we'll have the white flag. There's second, and there's third. Is a couple of car lengths separating those two. As the white flag will be waving this time by from Matt.
White flag this time by, white flag.
Sterling Marlin's Channel Lock Chevrolet goes by the Phil Parsons car. He is less than a half a mile away from his first victory this year and his second ever in Busch competition. Here he comes.
Great job, dude. That ought to do it. Good job, Sterling. Awesome job. Great job, Sterling.
And here come the 9 cars on the lead lap. As Marlin will win it, Jeff Green is second, Todd Bodine third, Kenny Wallace fourth, and Randy LaJoy coming home in 5th position. There's a celebration in the Channel Lock pits. Sterling Marlin wins the Cheez-It 250. The 6th.
With it and got in it, and it was flawless all day. The Sapco team done a great job, and I always wanted to win here. And if we can win tomorrow, it'll be great. But we've got a good car for tomorrow. We qualified terrible, but I think we'll be in good shape.
This was supposed to be your day off.
Yeah, it was. I didn't even, like I said, didn't even know I was going to run. And got in the car and qualified, and I told them I had a good race car yesterday evening and didn't run much. So it's the same car, UT car we had last year, just a different paint job with Channel Lock on it. And it kind of oldest one from last year, so we're glad to get it.
Traffic was pretty intense today, Sterling.
Yeah, it was. It's typical Bristol. I love this place. It's the greatest racetrack we go to, and I always enjoyed racing here. I got burned up here one time, run second in a cup race a couple times, and want to win here, so it's a start anyway.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tough loss for Tennessee last night, but a big win for the Lady Vols today, and a big win for Sterling Marlin. Jerry?
No bigger volunteer fan than this guy right here. How about the points after 6 of 32 events? Well, we told you that we'd see more of a Busch Series flavor. Kansas still leads by 62 over Todd Bodine. There's LaJoie, Jeff Green, Ron Hornaday in the top 5 with David Green, Mark Martin, Hank Parker, Kevin Grubbin, Phil Parsons rounding out the top 10. How about Jeff Green, who finished second? He's with Ray.
Well, another top 5 for Jeff Green and Nesquik Chevy. You made a little gain in the points today, but I know you'd have liked to won. How tough was Sterling Marlin out there today?
He just had his car perfect, Ray, and, you know, we didn't need all them cautions. I think we was a little bit better after 40 or 50 laps than he was, but didn't need all those cautions. Those guys, I don't know what was happening back there, but looked like Days of Thunder over here when we come over here. But, man, our Nesquik Chevy was awesome. Just got out and lead there at first. You know, we worked on it, made it a little worse, then we got it better, but just can't pass under caution, you know. We just need a lot of green flag laps.
Talk about how good this race car was and what you would have done. Anything you could have changed to make it good enough to beat him?
Well, we were just a little bit loose in the center. Yeah, we needed to be a little bit tighter where I could roll in a little bit more, but come out of Bristol with a second, that's pretty darn good. We just, you know, these Cup guys keep running our party. They keep winning, but just so we're the first Busch guy, we're going to win our share.
Okay, the pole winner finishes second at Bristol.
Let's show you our unofficial results here. 43 cars started. 9 will finish on the lead lap. Benny Parsons, great run for a lot of drivers. And what a run for Sterling Marlin in a substitute role.
Yes, and Ricky Craven comes from a lap back, as you said, to finish 7th.
Bill Parsons finishing in 17th spot. You see the top 30 there. And the remainder of our 43 starters, as there were 10 caution flags. A lot of cars encountering problems, but that's typical here at Bristol, Tennessee. Our NASCAR 2000 coverage continues here from Bristol, Thunder Valley in Bristol, Tennessee. RPM Today coverage tomorrow at noon Eastern Time. NASCAR Today simulcast at 12:30 Eastern Time. Bill Weber have all the pre-race hype, and we'll have our live flag-to-flag coverage. Bob Jenkins steps in, Ned Jarrett and John Kernan join our crew. 1 o'clock Eastern Time, the NASCAR Winston Cup 40th running of the Food City 500. And how about a young man by the name of Steve Park who will lead him down to the green flag? RPM Tonight at 9 Eastern Time wraps it up. Coming up next, the 1999 World's Strongest Man competition. That is up next. For Benny Parsons, Bill Weber, Ray Dunlap, I'm Jerry Punch. Once again, congratulating Sterling Marlin on an outstanding performance today. Yeah, it was typical Bristol. The pushing, the shoving, the bamming, the framming. A lot of contact of the concrete kind. It's typical high-banked NASCAR action at Bristol, Tennessee. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, a part of the GO Network.